DePaul is a social justice oriented school that serves students with lots of different backgrounds, and lots of our students were already dealing with different issues of things like food insecurity or housing insecurity, and those things have only been made worse by the pandemic.
For those who didn't have the luxury of living off campus like myself, being hurried off of DePaul's campus and being forced to go back home, I can only imagine what that was like.
I've had to move 3 times since quarantine started. Not knowing and that uncertainty has really led to a lot more issues within getting a comfortable learning space and a space where I can do my work peacefully.
I never anticipated on taking an online class. It was something that I don't think fits my type of learning style. Since we are pretty much fully remote, I think that's where our focus should be, especially with technology resources.
Finding ways to offer positions, offer internship support and potentially more remote positions to students, finding ways to allocate resources to support them through an employment way could be a really vital way to support students at this time.
I think that student employment not only helps the financial aspect of everything that's been happening, but also the mental health aspect of it. I know if I didn't have an internship this summer, I think that I would have struggled to get out of bed at a reasonable time in the morning, especially even more draining sometimes to not have things to do. And it got kind of lonely as well.
It was hard for me to even want to say yes to therapy. It was hard because there are so many barriers as a Black student, but just also the stigma on mental health services, mental health resources that can be open to any DePaul student that lives out of state. I think that would be really helpful and beneficial for their health.
College is a time of transition, and we're already dealing with a lot of different things in college and figuring out who we are, let alone it can be hard to do that in the middle of a global pandemic.
It's a privilege to be a student leader. It's a privilege to work at DePaul. And so I was just also thinking if there was a DePaul student who did not work at DePaul or who wasn't affiliated with any organization, what are they feeling like?
I think we're all struggling to some extent, definitely some more than others, but we could all use a little bit of help and assistance in that way.